Wow, did we not de-strap this one yet, Glenn?
No, we must have overlooked it.
What you talking about, Will?
Don't mind the goatee, guys. I just got out of the shower. As you know, I'm on morning shift. When you guys are watching this, I'll probably be dodoed. But I told you guys we had to unbox a Superbird. It's a kind of a valuable one. It's a rare one. There's only 500 of them exist. Do you want to know which one it is? I'll show you. One sec. Throw some gloves on. We got to debox it, and there's a certain way we got to destrap it because it comes with items that are in blister, and we want to leave those items in the blister because once they're out, they're out. It's kind of like the Ecto by Ertl with the Slimer. Once you free that Slimer, he's free unless you get it off the blister in a way that you could re-glue it and not be able to tell. So here it is, guys. This is one that I'm surprised we overlooked. There's only 500 of these guys. I can't believe we left the strap on it. It's by American Muscle. It's a gold Superbird Chase. Has the strap on it. Only 500 of these guys exist. Gorgeous. And it's a set that comes with, as you see, accessories. It comes with a toolbox, a realistic looking toolbox, if you could see that in here. And this, the plastic doesn't have any dimples. The plastic's actually excellent shape. The box has a little bit of box wear, but it's overall excellent shape. But we have to let this breathe to get that strap off it. And while we let it breathe, we're gonna have a look. So I'll read you guys the back. I'll show you guys the colorful back. When Plymouth introduced the Superbird with its wind-cheating body design in 1970, it quickly served its intended purpose and won that year's Daytona 500. Built specifically for NASCAR racing, amalgamation rules required that one production version be built for each dealer. We unboxed a car before where I explained this, where the rules were they had to build a race car that was actually, they were selling on the street. One production version be built for each dealer. So less than 2,000 were built. The simulated black vinyl roof replicates the standard black vinyl roof for the full-scale car. And the body shows off the extended nose with simulated retractable headlights, rear-facing hood vents, which were non-functional on the street versions. And of course, the famed rear wing. Open the hood, which includes plated simulated hood locks, and feast your eyes on the replica 426 Hemi engine or the 440 Super Commando engine. So I guess because this box is kind of generic in the way that it was for a few of these different models, because it's suggesting this car either has the 426 or the 440 Super Commando. The doors swing open to black interiors with white painted seat trim, folding backs on the front bench seat, plated window levers and door handles, and a plated center shifter. My childhood best friend Frank, who lives just over in Stratford now, he doesn't live far, but he's from Sault Ste. Marie as well. Growing up, his father bought a 1970 Dodge Monaco rust-free, and it had the 440 Super Commando under the hood. Beautiful shape. He paid $2,000 for it off an old Italian guy. This was when we were in high school. He still has the car. And it's awesome. He only paid $2,000 for it. He used to take us across to the big St. Ignace car show. That at one time was the biggest one in North America, over in Michigan. Back when I can go over there. Before 9/11. But let's get into this. Box is a little bit dusty actually, but other than that, she's good. And what we found for cleaning the dusty boxes, well, not what I found actually, I learned this from Dave, but a little bit of Windex on paper towel and it doesn't damage the box. But don't just spray the box. Like, just what we do is a little bit on paper towel, spray the paper towel, go over the plastic, but don't leave it wet or sopping or anything. But doesn't damage anything and it leaves it looking really good. I was surprised actually. Oh, that's cool. So I open it up and I get this little card. I don't know if it's supposed to replicate a business card from the time or, but that was sitting in there. Here you go, Glenn. I don't know what that is, if it's supposed to simulate a business card from back in the day or if it's just something they added in. But as soon as I opened the flap, it was there.
Yeah.
Of course, anodized gold, 1 of 500. They made a black chase that's not as rare, a black chrome chase. I don't think it's as rare as this. I think it's 800 piece or 1,000, but the black chrome is gorgeous. But I believe this is the rarer of the two, of this and the black chrome. They made a few different chrome chases of this card. That's gorgeous. Now, if this is old, we're going to hope that we got no strap damage here. We're going to take it right off, have a look in our regular fashion, just completely, just bleed the value out of it. Hang it upside down in the shower and just bleed the value out of it. So this is 2003. It's an adult collectible. Well, I couldn't see taking this outside, rolling it around in the mud.
Nope.
There you go. Now this is odd because it does not look like it comes on a normal base. It actually does have a base, so it's weird. The cardboard goes over the base. See, it's got a plastic base and then cardboard just to make it look better. So we're going to keep the cardboard taped onto the base. It's on there with tape. We're going to take the car off. We're going to have a better look at that toolbox as well. And we're going to pray to God that that does not have strap damage. And yeah, it does unscrew from the base because I was like, this is different. If I unstrap it, is the car going to like flop everywhere? But
And there's 4 screws.
yeah. The, what was the terrible, what was that car?
The Ghostbusters, wasn't it?
No, the one that I did just, oh, that truck. The truck video, the video before this, guys, I unboxed the Motor Max, that F650 Super Cruiser, and that one was on a base that was ridiculous. No, actually, no, wait. It wasn't the Super Cruiser that was on the ridiculous base. What was the 2 cars that oh, the Hot Wheels Classics. Guys, those bases, to get those cars back on the bases, oh boy. Almost had an aneurysm trying to get them back on. Okay, so to get these off the base, guys, just to show you a little trick that I learned the hard way, by the way, when I started doing it. So you see a bunch of sets of screws, like an outer set of screws and then the inner 2. This is a 2-piece base, okay? So you could either leave the car on the inner base. I'll show you we actually did that with the Ghostbusters car and it looks good. Or you could just leave the base altogether and take the car off. But you could leave the car on the little risen pedestal. That's why it's like that. But I usually just take it right off the whole base. Oh, and this is a flathead. Okay, we got one of those. No, wrong one. Okay. But yeah, I'll show you guys how it looks if you leave it on that little pedestal, because we were shocked. We put his Ecto into one of the Illuma cases and left it on the riser just to see how it would look. And for some reason, it actually centered the car out beautifully, and we were like, wow. And we decided we're going to leave it like that for him because it looks so good. But I'll just show you guys just so you get an idea. This one's coming off the center base, but I'll show you the ecto in a minute. I know that I don't have to wear gloves, but we do that for fingerprints, oil on the hands. It's I get fingerprints all over the cars if I don't wear gloves, and then I end up having to wipe them all down and everything. Plus, you never know what oils are going to do to certain finishes over time. The oils from your skins, we know the plastic does funky stuff over time, and that's why we're doing what we're doing now. But not to mention, if it's a video that I work the shift I'm on now, like I just took a shower a couple minutes ago, but sometimes I'll come home, get right into the video if I'm really tired or in a rush, and my hands will be grubby from work. So, okay. Okay, so just putting this on his haunches for a second. Just to show you guys. So this toolbox is kind of like an added bonus. Looks very cool. It would look cool in one of those lit up, it's cool because this is vintage, but the modern, you can get them even 3-tier now, but they're for the 118 cars. They look like a garage. Like what Dave got, this would look cool with one of those.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that, but it's actually a nice 2-piece toolbox. Like it's got the top that goes on to the bottom. It's got the rollers. I don't know if the wheels actually roll or not. I doubt they're actual caster wheels, but very cool. But we're gonna leave that sealed on the blister because once that's out, it's out. Unless you got good gluing skills. Okay, so this guy, we want to have a close-up look. We're going to see details.
Well, they got the trunk going that way, from front to back.
Yeah, and you know what I was just going to say? Usually, I keep saying with Erdl, but this isn't a straight Erdl, I don't think. I don't even think it is Erdl. It is Erdl, yeah, RC2. But this is a little bit of a higher end one. Usually with the Erdls, the trunk doesn't open, but seeing this band on the trunk, bet you the trunk opens. But this actually looks better out of the box. But we're going to hope there's no band damage. We're going to cut the bands from the bottom of the car. It's got the antenna. Be very careful with these antennas holding the car, guys. As you see, like you forget that's there and grab the car or something, she's gone. Same with the weak point on the Bigfoot cars. Eric, if he's watching, he'll say the same thing, is that footstep. The green light 1 of 18 scale, those plastic footsteps. Hey, Eric? Wow, fragile. You grab the truck and you want to grab it in that spot too. They're in a spot where you just instinctively want to grab it. Okay, so I got them. Let's see here. So I'm going to first get all the straps off and then we will survey, see if any.
Can you imagine if they made the headlights pop up?
Yeah, that would be cool. Unfortunately, on this car, I don't think they don't.
No, they don't.
Oh, number 292 of 500. We got a number on the muffler. So if you have one of these, wonder where the number is. Number 292 of 500. And they did it nice and clear.
And then they put it on the light part with the black lettering.
Yeah, that's smart. The GMP, that yellow Mustang, that was a gorgeous car. Even the little plate that they put the number on it looked perfect. But the thing was, I couldn't read the number. Like it was just so small. The little plate looked beautiful though, but It would be awesome if it looked beautiful and I could read the number. That would be cool. See, this one, the number had no flash. It was just written on the door, but you could see it perfectly legible. Erdl caring about their vision impaired customers, eh? That's what it is. Okay, of course, we don't got a spinning drive shaft with this. We got wheels that turn with the steering wheel. So I'm going to show you the bottom first. We're going to go right around this car. And like I said, guys, the trunk does open on this model. We did a video unboxing a higher end wing car and a lower end wing car. The higher end wing car, the trunk open, but not on the other one. So we do have what looks like a strap mark, but I'm going to get something and wipe that because we haven't wiped it. Usually they buff off. Give me a second, guys. I actually got something right here, guys. The little Highway 61 kit. I'm loving this. I don't have this. This is for Glenn's car, but it comes with this little tool. This end works perfect for the retractable headlights on the Auto World General Lee. Works beautifully. And it's not metal, so you don't got to worry about metal on metal scratching it up. But we're going to give this a wipe, and you want to do it with something that is not going to obviously scratch the car. Like microfiber gloss, whatever. Okay, there is a little mark, but it looks like if I add a little bit of moisture, I could get that off. It doesn't look like a permanent mark to me. It looks like something I could rub off, thankfully, on the one side. But I'll show you guys in a second, then I'll try to rub it off. This side has a mark that's a little bit being more stubborn. Yeah, so I'm going to get some moisture and hit that. So I'm going to get moisture and hit this, guys. That looks like, I don't know if it's a glue residue. I could feel it on my finger. I'm going to hit that. And this I'm not panicked about. It's very light, and I think I could rub it out. But we're going to see, rub it out. I'm going to see in a second here. Give me one moment, guys. Okay, guys, so I did manage to get the glue residue off of the car, most of it. That little band mark is coming off as well. I still have a lot more rubbing to do on it, but it is actually coming off. But the glue actually came off. I had to be extremely careful, used a tiny bit of acetone-free nail polish remover, and it melted it off. I wouldn't have done that if it was a painted car because I would be nervous. And even with the finish of this, you don't want to like just hammer it on there. But that's the side you could see where I'm rubbing the strap, trying to get the strap mark off. It has some like sticky residue on it as well, probably from the strap. So I'm rubbing at that. That's where the glue was. That's coming off beautiful. I'm just rubbing it without scratching it with something soft. Still got a little bit more to do though, but that glue mark was super visible too, and it was not coming off. But I got a treat actually, because this is a 70 Superbird American Muscle Chase. If you remember, it was a viewer's choice unboxing video. A viewer asked us to unbox a wing car, a nice one. So we picked up one of our nice ones with the opening trunk. This is a one of 1254. Well, I said to Glenn, it's the same year, same company, even the same rally rims. So when we do our Glamour Shots, I'm going to take this out of the box and we're going to get the Glamour Shots of the two cars together. See how they look together. I'm not going to do an unbox and review of this because this is in the other video that I will put a link in the description. But now we still have to go over this guy. There's no band mark across. There is a little band mark. Okay, I can get that off, but I'm not going to do it now. Just a little line. But luckily with this car, we're getting it on time that the band marks are rubbing off and it's going to be able to come off. I've dealt with these before. As long as they're not, you know, super bad, then Like he's got the chrome, that 3-car chrome set, that the one has the thing on the door. That one's bad. That is bad. Okay, so we're gonna start with the trunk. Now this should be just as detailed as the non-J's. So we'll see that. Not much to see in the trunk, although it is a spacious trunk. License plate D deals, I think it says, but let you guys have a look. See if it'll focus. Well, we'll get a better look up on the look-see set anyway. You see the Plymouth on the back, very nice. Tail lights stick out nicely. The exhaust tips are gold as well. I like the details they pay, or the attention they paid to detail. If you notice the rally rims, they did the ring in gold, and the inner they left it. I think it's a good look. I think if they did it the whole thing gold, it wouldn't work as well. So we're saving the engine bay for last. Oh, that's nicely detailed. Look at the seats and everything. That is nice, guys. Look at the, it's got the wood inlays in there. The door is nicely done. The inner door. I like how they did the inner door, this here, gold. Like they paid attention to the little accents. I believe the shifter is gold. Yeah, the shifter is gold. Seat belt hardware, gold. So they didn't just do it on the outside of the car, they paid attention to the small details inside, which is awesome. And the seats move as well. Now we're gonna see if this has the 440 Super Commando or the other motor in a minute. And then we're gonna compare both these beauties on the look-see set. But look at the details, you can see the gauge cluster. Again, those gold accents on the door. Just beautiful. It looks better out of the box than in the box, to be honest with you. Like when I took it out, I was between shooting this and I put it down for Glenn. I said, check that out, buddy, how nice that is out of the box. Because this belongs to Glenn. I love the front. Oh, we got a little bit showing age there. A little bit of cracking paint. I'm not going to touch that. Luckily, if that paint ever comes off, it's a flat black, so it would be a pretty easy repair, but I'm not going to touch it and make it come off. But these are older, right, guys? Like weird things happen in the box. We know that glue definitely deteriorates and lets go. Yeah, we've had a lot of, if you open up a box of one of these older Ertls and a mirror comes off or something like that, don't panic. Because it's usually just the glue has let go over time. Like even that big acrylic display case that gentleman was nice to give me for the Bigfoot truck. It was a fixer-upper that I crazy glued. It was one of the easiest fixes I ever did. And all it was the glue let go. So, just chatting with you a little bit while I get this beauty out of its box. And this one again, guys, I'm going to put a link in the description for the full unbox of this, but this was a beauty, and is a beauty. And I think these two are going to look beautiful together. Like if Glenn wasn't focused on movie cars, I would say these would look cool, like if he had these on a shelf of a Detolf, like in V formation, like the gold one with this one, that would look cool. Cause yeah, if you're a Mopar guy, you love your wing cars. And remind me, guys, I gotta show you that Ghostbusters Ecto, how we left it on the base. Okay, so this guy, I'm gonna take it off the base quickly. We're not gonna do an in-depth thing because we're only using this to do a photo shoot. This one is heavy, guys. Wow. Wonder if it's the same weight as the gold. I'll have to compare them in my hand. I won't break out the scale, or maybe I will, I don't know. Heaviest casting we had, I believe, was Bigfoot, right, Glenn? It was 6 pounds or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but we weighed it when Dave was here during the unboxing, and we were all like, holy shit.
Wasn't a Fall Guy truck 5 or 6 pounds?
I don't remember, actually. I don't remember. I remember the Bigfoot being the, like, just, we were all shocked. Okay, so oh, okay. Okay. Again, we're just doing the 2, taking out the 2 screws instead of taking out the 6 because we just want to take the car off of the base. 2-piece base, once again, a lot of these older bases are the 2-piece ones. Oh, I'm unscrewing it. Should I put the music with the paranormal face on the Super Bee? Nah, I won't do that again. That makes me chuckle when I watch that. That's funny. Just, it's so silly and out of place. Like, if you guys wonder, I just do that weird stuff because it's weird, and it's funny because it's weird. With the shorts, just oddball. Like, I want you guys to look at it and be like, what the heck? And chuckle because it's funny. But yeah, this thing is gorgeous. So let's go up to the look-see set. We'll check out both of these guys. Oh. Let's see, does... about the same? Maybe the gold might be a touch heavier. I don't know, it's hard to say, but we're gonna go have a look at them side by side. Oh yeah, baby. As you see, they look awesome together. I was just telling Glenn if I owned these 2 cars and if I wasn't displaying all the movie cars and if I had like a Mopar display, I'd have these 2 just like that. On a shelf in a Detolf probably. Guys, my bad. I forgot to show you the best part. Yeah. And they are pretty similar for details. Under the engine, or under the hood rather. Now the front of the gold doesn't have the little Roadrunner. Instead, it's got a little bit of bubbling paint that we're not going to touch. But again, if that ever were to come off, it's a flat color, so it would probably be a pretty easy fix. Still sucks to see it though. But basically what I want to see, that orange car is basically like the gold car looks very similar, like it's basically the orange car in gold, casting wise. And that orange car, if you watch the unboxing video from, I think it was like a month ago, it's a quality casting. Details are excellent. I love how they did the rims on the gold one though. The outer is gold and the inner is still the stock color. Love that. And no bird on the wing of the gold. Kind of wish they did that. Can you imagine how that bird would pop on the gold? But the Plymouth still pops in white on the back. Here's something I just noticed. Little bit of a different ride height. You got the rear end sitting a little bit higher on the orange. Other than that, very similar. Trunks are actually the same, and we didn't notice over there, but they each have spares. They're just tucked in. There's a spare of that. Exact same trunks, and both have spare tires. Oh yeah, that is the same car. So check out the gold accent on the door there. I'll zoom in over here. Check all that out, okay? Now check out this. So where the gold is, it's chrome, but that's the same car, guys, only it's in chrome. You know what I mean. I don't mean it's the same car. We know they're both 70 Plymouth Superbirds. I mean, the same casting. Beautiful casting. Right down, see the little gold seatbelt tab? And then you come over here. Same exact car, except for the ride height in the back of this one is a little bit higher than this one. They are sexy, aren't they? There, you get a better feel for the suspension setup. Exact same cars other than that, the ride height. Even got the little lip under the nose of the gold one. It's giving you guys a real good look. Even both of them have the simulated hood locks. Those are simulated, guys. They're not like the green light cars, but they look realistic enough that I have found myself grabbing at them before, thinking that they're real. So they're decent. They do a good job. I don't know why they didn't do any of the little bird on the gold one though. Maybe they forgot. Or maybe because they did it gold, they had to save some money. Who knows? And one last look at her, guys. Alone. Without the orange, so we could appreciate her. I will say once again, guys, the door looks the different shade in the video, but it doesn't look as bad as it shows up in the video. And when you move the car around, it kind of does the chameleon thing as well, where sometimes it doesn't look bad at all. So anyway, let's get over. We'll talk about this thing. See, it just rises it perfectly. Doesn't have the accessories, they're still in the blister. So there we have it, guys. That is our mystery car, and it's kind of a cool mystery car because it's all gold and like a golden nugget. It's even got those tags on the trunk, which is cool. Didn't notice that before. But yeah, do I recommend picking one up? If you're a Mopar guy, especially a wing car guy, yes. It looks gorgeous sitting there. And it is detailed. They didn't skimp on the details. The only thing they could have added was the bird itself. But other than that, it's got all the other details of the low number one. And this is a low number 2 being 500. What I don't recommend is going on eBay and paying $800 for one. I don't recommend that. You can get these for like $150, $200 if you really scour and shop around. Or if you buy it in a bulk deal as well, you can get a good deal. But don't pay like $1,800 Don't even try to get one on eBay unless you're just desperate for one and you live somewhere where the classifieds suck. I recommend it, just don't pay too much for it. That's all. Don't overpay. Yeah, gorgeous. Anyway, guys, that was our mystery Mopar Superbird. That was it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. By now, you guys are watching it, and I'm probably just frazzled as hell from a 4 a.m. shift. So thank you so much for watching. Please give the like button a rap. That way it keeps me going, keeps me motivated, even when I just want to sleep after a 4 a.m. shift. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends about me. And as always, guys, fist bump, happy hunting.